everyone. Oh my God, I can hear my voice. Hell yeah. It's a conspiracy. Have you ever heard a convention story so wild that you couldn't tell if it was true or just some weird fan fiction? Well, in Con-spiracy, our contestants are going to share bizarre, outrageous, and downright unbelievable stories, some of which are true and some of which have been completely made up. Will they figure out whether it's fact or fiction, or will they fall for the ultimate conspiracy? Well, let's find out. Now, our first team is called Bellarmy. I wrote this right. Bellarmy Slays Dragons. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hi, I'm Bellarmy.
Hi, I'm Andi. Tries cosplay.
Slays.
Tries.
Hi, I'm Tiny Tiamat.
Amazing.
Mother of Dragons. Crit Award nominated.
And our second team, we have BPM. Would you like to introduce yourselves? That's all we need.
They have a theme song.
P. We got the M.
Hi. Amazing.
Whoa.
What's going already?
Is it start throwing shade? Are we fighting already? Oh my God.
Ooh, that was meant to happen earlier, but that's okay. These are all the tags, so if you want to find any of these guys, they're very funny, they talk around and stuff, so you can find them on socials there.
Look, that's me, Mom.
And that's me. I'm Heather, or Teatherxrie, and I do cosplay things, which is my credentials for being here. Yeah.
Follow them on Twitch. They do really cool Twitch streamings.
Thank you. Now, our first round is going to be each of these contestants are going to share one story, and the other team is going to need to interrogate them to figure out whether they're telling the truth or telling a lie. Now, these guys have supplied me with stories. They do not know whether they will be reading that story or whether it will be a lie, and they'll need to potentially make some things up on the spot. So we will see how we go. First on the chopping block, we have Ben.
Uh-oh.
So if you'd like to read out the
Come
card
on,
in front of you
man,
when
you
you're
got
ready.
this. Where's your helmet?
I once bought a Shrek cosplay, but was so embarrassed when I did a test run that I never showed it to anyone.
There's something really vulnerable in the truth of that situation.
Anything, I really just want it to be true.
Yeah.
Do you want to know who it was?
I feel like, are we not supposed to know that yet? Okay.
Which of the?
Well, I thought it'd be really funny to be Lord Farquaad, but I'm way too tall. It just didn't look right proportionary.
I know you're lying.
Do you though?
Girl.
Because do you know me? I'll do it for the gag.
How much was it?
Well, it was like $75, and off one of those really bad costume shops. So like, it was not good when it arrived, and it was pretty early on in my career in cosplay. So I've been doing it for 10 years now. It was way in my first 2 years, and it was no way good. And you're also talking to the guy that's done acrylic paint on his face and everything. So it's pretty accurate that it's going to be bad.
You did what to your face?
Yeah, sure.
Was it for a particular event, or was it for a photo shoot? Or?
It was when I was in Brisbane, and we were doing a large group cosplay for all of them. So it got to 3 weeks out. I leave it to the last minute, like everything else I do. And it arrived. It was terrible. And the group, I had to literally be so embarrassed and be like, I'm pulling out. I'm so sorry. And I let that whole group down. So it was pretty embarrassing.
I don't know, for 75 beans, that's got to be surely it's the fairy godmother. Surely. Because can you tell us which movie?
Well, the first movie, Lord Farquaad, so it was the red with the red cape and the crown and everything. $75 off I think it was off one of those costume shops, the costume Sydney one, whatever you call it. You know where you buy it and it's already pre-made.
Right, okay, yeah.
The title is kind of.
Oh, legally distinct.
It was King Jester, Yeah.
King Jester.
And where they really make it really bad, yeah.
Okay.
All right, what are we thinking? What are our thoughts, BPM?
I think the pain behind that is real, actually. I'll be honest. I can see regret. I think that's for realsies.
I think we agree on that one.
Queen. Yeah, we're saying it's real.
I'm saying that's real.
I'm gonna give you this, and you can reveal.
What was it, man?
Was it a truth
It
or
was a
It
lie.
was a lie.
You
And I
have
think
big
we're all-
conspiracy theory thingy, Bob.
And I think we're all disappointed. Now we want to see a Lord Farquaad
It was actually
costume.
Fiona. No, I'm kidding.
So, Farquaad when?
Yeah, now you have
Shit.
to. You brought this up.
I really threw myself under a bus there.
Start with some bangs.
I actually think you mean King Jester.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
we would
Legally
never.
distinct. Alrighty.
If you do wear it later, can we retrospectively get the points?
yeah, so-
you'll have to speak to our judge.
I think we'll have to wait till that happens. and
We'll
see.
we'll flick you a message, Pageant, and be like, look, you got a point. Like 7 years down the track.
So I'm hearing cosplay group for Shrek. That's all I'm hearing.
I mean-
Everyone on the stage.
I'm down.
Who in the stage wants me to do Fairy Godmother? I will do it. End
Can
of
I
year
be your
time.
son?
Yeah, you can be my son.
Dog barking right now.
Now, I did forget as well, in the audience, do you have little con and con paddles? Yes, okay,
look at your paddles.
I forgot. But for the next one, what I'll do is I'll ask you guys whether you think it's a true or a lie. So if you think it's true, hold up the green side. If you think it's a lie, hold up the red side. Yeah? Cool. Now, our next contestant sharing a story is Maya.
Okay.
Our next contestant is Sonia Boldless, guys. That's
Sonia,
our next
whoever you are.
contestant. Sorry, Maya, Sonia's up first.
Sonia, when I catch you.
The announcement was actually the lie.
You've also been conspiracy.
I have been paying off the announcers this entire time.
The announcer was a paid actor.
Okay.
You don't have to make it up. You get to read the card.
Oh, I get to.
Yeah.
Okay. I was ready to run with that. I'll be honest. I'm like, think of the most insane thing you
How do I
possibly
know
can.
Sonia Boldus?
Okay. At a convention, I once fell asleep onto someone's table for an hour and a half.
On their table?
On their table?
No, not on, like under, like fully, like under.
What con was this?
This was, I want to say it was Nova, like 2021. I haven't been to a supernova in a while. But on this occasion, I was hecka sleep deprived. And the whole thing was just botched because they sent me down to one end of the con and then like you can't come in here. And I'm like, what do you mean I can't go in here? They're like, go up the other end. By the time I got up there, I'm like, I'm not doing this.
Whose
I'm
table
going to
was it?
sleep. I am no longer friends with this person, which is the other thing,
Oh, well,
Actually ended the friendship.
among other things.
There's some pain there.
They
There's
were
some
in
pain
the
in that
artist
story.
alley. They were one of the artists in the artist alley, and like it doesn't help that at the time I was not wearing a cosplay that had very much to it. So at the time when I emerged from under that table, just like a half-naked woman under the table, and like there were people there, and they were like, "Hey, how much is this?" And I'm like, "Huh?"
hey, what did you take? We want some.
Does this happen often, falling asleep at cons?
I have this cool thing called type 2 diabetes, and sometimes I don't manage it well, which makes me real sleepy.
See, now you've put us in a predicament where if we say you're lying, we're lying about the fact that you have diabetes. But then if we say the truth, this is admitting that you have diabetes.
No, I can assure you that is for real.
Ableism.
Totally, that is not a bit. Diabetes is a real thing that happened to me. It's still going, don't worry.
Oh, shit.
Was there like a tablecloth that was covering you, or was
Yeah.
it like a public viewing? Okay.
No, there was no, okay.
Public viewing.
It's what I will say.
In the same cosplay, I fell asleep at PAX. Every time I wear that cosplay, I end up passing out somewhere, and it's stupid because everybody's like, damn, is she good? And then like I wake up and I have like drool on my face, and I'm like, yeah, what?
Do you think maybe you should stop wearing that cosplay?
I have, but because it's uncomfortable, not because I've learned anything.
Not to be that guy.
Is the cosplay just a snuggie or something?
I wish, girl. It's a bodysuit, a wig, and like bangles. That's it. Like,
What character is it?
Aphrodite from Hades.
Oh, I mean, don't
Aphrodite. Sorry, my epic brain just like activated. I think we need a moment to deliberate.
Behind the book.
You need to. Deliberating is popular. Otherwise, they're just sitting there going, why are you
If you can guess what we're saying, no.
Can we get the audience to help influence our
what
decision?
is that?
Can you say,
True or
sugar
lie?
daddy
Saying
has
the
tea,
truth
that
is
is
saying
it.
the
Lots of
Okay.
truths. I don't see a
Doesn't
single
count.
lie. Oh no, one lie in the back. Okay, cool.
I want to be on the cards and say lie, but if the group
no, I
thinks
think
truth,
it's-
then it's truth.
Because I've seen Maya before. No offense, I've seen you fall asleep before at a con, so it's like.
Yeah, no, you definitely have.
And I remember I was like, Maya, you okay? You're like, I sleep. I'm like,
There's words too, probably. I sleep.
I'm
believe
feeling
it.
truth as
Truth?
well.
We'll go truth.
We'll go truth.
True.
Lock it
Maya, was it true or was it a lie?
Oh, I have a thing. Yes.
Yay!
I am a very tired
I know you
person.
too well. It happened last year. It was so funny, but you looked so snug.
That was a separate occasion. It was a completely different incident.
All right, next up and our last story for round 1, we have Bennie.
Benny! Egg, 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 egg.
Oh no.
Mic check, please.
If you can't tell, Benny's going, oh.
Hello?
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah!
Oh. Okay.
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
A dad once slipped me $50 for taking an in-cosplay photo with his children.
Whoa.
What costume?
Zenitsu.
That's what you're like, oh.
Okay.
A character from Demon Slayer.
Why did they give you the $50?
I don't know. I was really, I was in line to get food and I was going to pass out because I'm not diabetic. Reference.
But
I just have low blood sugar sometimes, and I think the dad could tell that I was about to pass out, and so he was just like, thanks.
Okay, I'm glad this took a turn into a kind-hearted act and not just some middle-aged guy and his kid.
What convention was it?
Oh, gee, I just moved to Melbourne, so I have no idea.
When was it? Thank you,
Maybe
Mike guy.
3.5 years ago. Thank you.
3.5
Thank you. Thank you to stage crew.
This is before Andy, so my expertise kind of stopped.
BA.
BA.
Before Andy.
Before bar.
Was it like a one crisp $50 bill or was it like a mixture of change?
Yeah, was it in coins?
Hey Jay, what do
Oh my
you
God.
think?
Yeah,
Do you
Jay.
know whether this is true or false?
He didn't know me then.
Have you heard
Damn.
the story?
And yeah, it was a crisp 50.
Did the
He
amazing
did the
Shadinky
$50
cosplayers knew you then at that time, Benny?
I just moved here, fresh. I
I'm
was
asking
at
questions. He's checked out right now.
I was at the con with friends who I also don't speak to anymore.
That seems
From
like a pretty.
And how were the
running
kids? Were they well behaved? Were they little? I shouldn't swear, you know.
No, they were really sweet. The little girl was dressed as Nezuko, and then the older brother was dressed as Tanjiro, so I completed the trio.
But why
Yeah.
slip you a 50 when he could have given you a 20?
I don't know. He
She
was
didn't
dressed
change.
as...
Why are you
If
asking
it
these
helps,
questions?
if it helps, he was dressed as Bob from Bob's Burgers, and the mum was dressed as Linda.
Okay, I would trust that actually.
Shit.
This is a weird family dynamic with those
Yeah.
characters. All right.
What did you
audience,
spend the
What are we vibing? Do we
I
think
don't
true?
remember.
Oh, mostly
Probably Artist Alley.
lies.
A crisp
Okay.
$50 bill.
Okay. The audience is
Felony
going
slays dragons.
lie.
What are we thinking?
We gotta deliberate
That's
publicly,
money,
guys.
bro. When you think about it.
We've been bitching.
I'm gonna say lie.
We agree on that?
Yeah, to the pedal.
The jury has deliberated. We think it's a fake.
Fake.
All right, I shall reveal.
Oh!
It is the truth.
Okay.
Yeah, I will very briefly share that the little girl was apparently struggling with depression a lot, and she had a really lovely time meeting me. So the dad was very
Okay, so
thankful.
I
that's
feel horrible
wholesome.
now. Shit.
I feel like a terrible human
No,
being.
it was really cool. So
That's kind of nice.
Wow. Any dads out there want to slip me at 50 because I'm hungry? Like,
Or just anyone.
yeah, anyone?
Yeah, give me $50.
I'll put my PayPal link below.
Alrighty, and that's the end of round 1. Currently, we have BPM on 1 point and Bellarmy Slays Dragons on 2 points. Alright, now we have, before round 2, a little mini game.
Oh.
Now, this game is called Con or Con. Now, they might sound the same. We talk about conventions all the time as cons. But we also talk about con people when they're not real or they're lying or they're doing other nefarious things. So, you guys have the right paddle right now. You guys also have a panel right now that has Con or Con. Now, on one side, it's a convention center. And on the other side, it says fake. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read out some cons with like a short description. And I want you guys to tell me whether you think it's a real con or whether you think it's a fake con. Yeah, you can deliberate, have a little
Are you traumatized from Captain Patchett's trivia, Ben, when we had Let's Roll for Dragons shoot and Patchett pulled out all these cons?
I think we're going to have to call a friend for this one. I'm looking at you, Shaden. We're just going to call a friend about all the
some con stuff.
You know, yeah.
Please.
Alrighty, now our first convention is called Blobfest. It's a 3-day festival celebrating the 1958 film The Blob. Do we think it's a con or a con?
The thing about
do
films
it.
made in that era is it literally could be the freaking
Audience,
Blob.
what do we think? Real,
The Blob's
fake?
a classic. It's a
Ooh,
classic.
it's a
I
big
think that's going to be
50-50
real. I think that's going to be
split.
real.
Can you imagine having a family heirloom that says, I was at Blobfest
But, like-
58? Like, that's whack, right?
America has cons for everything, so any of these
Did
could
you
be
not
real.
see the coffee convention that was yesterday?
Yeah.
And the gardening convention?
Okay.
They could have one for the Blob.
Yeah, I need this to be real.
Alright,
wanna
so both
believe
teams
it's
saying
fake.
it's real?
We're going to say real.
Yeah? You're both right.
Yay!
It is a real
Damn it.
convention. Every year it's held on the original filming location of the movie, and it recently celebrated its 25th anniversary.
Oh, happy 25th
Let's go.
anniversary, Blob.
Yeah.
Congratulations
Yeah,
on Blob.
family
Lot of
trip,
stuff
you know,
sounds like
yeah,
a
yeah.
fantastic
Con
event
trip.
to go to. Absolutely
Oh.
destroyed off the juice.
It's when
Okay,
you
we-
turn around and you're like, I want to go to a convention. We've got a convention at home. Blobfest, everyone.
So I'm hearing we all cosplay a little part of the Blob, and then we join
Oh my
together to
God.
become the big massive Blob. I'm just petitioning
This is
now.
our next cosplay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Blobfest.
Catch us
That's gonna
at the
stick with me
PAX
for a while.
competition as a group
As
for
the
Blob.
All right, our next one is a convention called CarrierCon. It's literally just a normal pop culture convention, but it's held on an aircraft carrier. Do we think it's a con or a con?
That would be
bruh.
really
You've
fun,
seen
though. I'm
what's
not
been
going to lie.
happening
That
with
would be
Boeing lately.
fun.
No.
But that sounds pretty
surely
fake.
not. First of all, how are you getting any of your props through security? That's not happening.
I have to agree. That's not safe.
Is the aircraft carrier like
Surely not.
retired? Because like
Wait,
you know,
is
if it's
this
just
in
sitting
the
in
air?
port, it's not flying.
I honestly have not confirmed. I think the photos I saw were on...
The photos. Quick, flip your panel.
I could
We
lie
haven't
to
considered the possibility of a fake plane.
The photos that I saw were of like people on the ground in front of the aircraft carrier, and I could not confirm whether it's in the air or not.
It'd have to be a really big aircraft to like fit this.
I feel
type
like
stuff
it
in
might be like those one-off expedition kind of things where they're like, come look at this aircraft carrier and dress up like a nerd. Yay! Like,
Do they still give you like shitty like airplane food on there anyway? Like is the venue food still just
it depends on
nasty?
your ticket. You either get mixed nuts or salted nuts, all right? Like you get one or
Yeah, if you have
You
a,
only get that if you're a
weekend pass,
VIP.
you can get salty ones.
We're gonna say fake.
if
What do
you're
we
a
think,
creator, you get a
audience?
lollipop.
Do we think CarrierCon is real or fake?
Surely that's fake. It's
Fake?
gotta be.
Oh,
Well, there's
no,
a few
it's
reels in the background there. There's a few
Okay.
reels.
Our contestants, you both think it's fake.
Yeah.
You would be incorrect. It is a real convention. It's
Where
held
is that
annually.
located?
It's in America, which
No wonder.
You know,
Close.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's literally just a normal convention. They do comics, anime, video games, everything. They have a cosplay competition. Everything.
America, explain. What is this?
Yeah.
They have a
I
lot
am
to
so
explain for it, it's fine.
confused. Do you know where in America? Is it in Arkansas? Because I can do that next.
I didn't write it down. I'm sorry.
We got
This one
follow-up
I have
questions
very
here.
little information on.
Damn. That would not work
That's
here.
insane.
I
That's
imagine,
insane.
I'm just saying, from a cosplayer's point of view, and as someone who wears really freaky deaky contact lenses, if that was up in the air, you wouldn't see me ever again. I would be like, oh, here's the toilet, wee, like gone.
Down the toilet?
No, down the end of the air tube because I can't see.
All right.
California.
I didn't. Wow.
All right. Our next one is the International Festival of Unintentional ASMR. So it celebrates
hell
oddly
no.
satisfying sounds that aren't meant to be ASMR, like distant whistles or turning pages and those sorts of things.
You know
It's a
what
con
sound
or a
I'd like?
con?
You know what sound I'd like to hear right now? That T-Rex that's in the back there, that little whoosh, 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 whoosh. That you should be at that convention, my guy.
Oh, you better work. You better stretch.
Yes,
Yes, please.
Queen.
Oh my God.
Slay!
I'll be honest. If this is real, I'm gonna be real upset. What do you mean? There's a convention for
They're all just little
ASMR?
soundproof rooms, you know.
One of those
all you're
people that
hearing is.
ASMR doesn't work on, so
I
that's
need
like my
to know,
nightmare.
where is it?
I didn't write that down.
No, that's like my torment nexus.
I feel like that
can't.
could be real
I
though.
just can't get
It's
over
kind
the
of
word
popping.
unintentional. Like,
Do you think
that
like
just
I don't think it's...
anything can be
But, like,
ASMR?
wouldn't it be really funny?
No,
Like,
because
maybe they sell podcast stuff,
It'd
and
be
you
really
sit there and
funny
it's
if
like
it
all the
wasn't a
equipment
thing.
and like.
is it just a really
You know, I'm
quiet
seeing
convention?
Well, that was
Ability
the
there.
first time I read it. I read it as intentional festival of unintentional ASMR, and I was like, that sounds no, but it is international festival.
what gets
so
me
it's
is
like a
like
global
you'll go to
celebration.
pick up your badge for that
Like,
event,
surely.
and whoever's at the booth will be like,
Oh, God.
yeah, like no.
But like, we're looking at it too much. Like it's like actually them recording stuff. Surely they're selling stuff to do
I think
that.
the best is Patchy. You could just, I'm just going to put this safety pin right here.
Oh my God.
And the hot glue is going to go here as well.
Yeah,
All right, your
costume
is
that joint would
fixed.
be a nightmare.
Listen to this hot glue gun.
Me,
sure the
I'm
safety
thinking
pins
this is
just-
true.
All right, audience, do we think that
think
the
that's real.
International Festival of Unintentional
Please let it be
ASMR is a con or a
international.
con?
I
Lots
think it's
of
real.
fakes, only a couple real. Okay, cool.
I think
What do we
that's
think,
real.
contestants?
I think we're gonna go real.
Not real.
Fake?
Please don't be
We're
real.
gonna go real, yeah.
It is a fake convention.
I was like, it's too fake to
Thank
not be
God.
Surely
real.
if we got away with Blockfest, that one can't be real.
Genuinely, it's my nightmare.
I don't know. That sounds kind of fun. I feel like it'd be an experience, you know.
I do feel like it's the kind of thing someone would start though. But I don't
Yeah.
know how you make a convention with unintentional ASMR when a convention is intentional.
Because like, what if someone
I didn't
suddenly
pay
doesn't
attention to
find
the
it
name of it
satisfying?
besides
then what?
ASMR.
Hey, there may be an ASMR convention. I don't
I
know.
was
Is
like,
everybody
Absolutely
mic'd
not.
up at that event?
Would that
to
be
hear
so funny?
No, that would be so bad. You can't fart in there.
channel.
If everybody's wearing a mic and you can hear everything.
I'm dressed as Sonic.
It would be the quietest convention ever.
It would be real bad
It'd be
if
like
someone...
a silent
You can't
disco.
go to
Yeah,
the
but it'd be
bathroom
real
in
bad
there.
if someone farted. Like, you'd be able to hear that, like, echo just...
That
boom,
could be
boom.
unintentional. You never know.
Imagine thinking you're discreet and then everyone in the expo just turns their heads and looks at you real slow. Like, come on now.
Our next convention is Merfest. It is a global festival of mermaids and mermen dedicated to the
That sounds real.
preservation of our aquatic ecosystems.
No, that's got to be real.
That sounds real. That has to be real, right?
They'd be making silicone
As
tails
someone
and whatnot.
who in the audience, as a big lady cosplayed a mermaid, you can do it too. So if this is real, I'm going.
So I want it to be real. I actually
I'm coming
want
with
this
you.
I want this to be real.
What
so
do
we're
we
just
think,
gonna go for it.
audience?
Yeah, what do
think
you
con or
think?
con?
You think Merfest is
I
real?
feel like that's real.
Everyone
Yeah,
thinks real. Okay,
100%
nice.
real. Yeah.
It's
I
gotta
think
be
that's
real.
real. That has to be
You
real.
both think real too?
Yeah.
Yes, you'd be correct. It is
Yeah.
real.
Where is it? I'm going.
It is
Now,
in-
where is
I
it,
think
Heather?
there's a couple of locations that they hold it at.
That makes
In
sense.
Australia?
But no.
Oh.
Around
Girl,
America.
none of these is Australian.
Eddie, sounds like a
some
business
of the
venture.
events- Some of the events they organise are things like group swims, seminars, an underwater fashion show.
Yeah, that sounds real.
Mermaid performances, modelling, breath-holding workshops, balls
Iconic.
and dinners. And I think there's repeat occasions of people getting married at Merfest as well as mermaids,
That's
like in a
cute.
pool.
That's
They
cute.
can do
Yeah.
it right next to Con.
And it works so well until I remember
Jump
that
off
I'm
the
dating a
edge.
philosopher.
Getting married.
Pack it up, boys.
You're like, hey, let's get married at Memphis.
All right, our next one is called LockCon. It is a gathering of Loch Ness Monster believers, cryptid fans, and sonar image analysts.
I'm gonna say real. No questions asked. Real.
Even if it's not real, can you imagine how much fun it would be
That
to
would
be
be
in
so
that
fun.
room? Holy shit!
Imagine Artist Alley. I'm just saying.
I'm
just
That would
saying.
be crazy.
Dragons.
I'm just saying.
The one flaw I can see is all the photos are just gonna be really blurry for the entire thing. You can't see.
Have you seen
anything
this
at all.
cosplayer?
The whole time you're like, do I need glasses?
Like, all the lenses just got Vaseline on them, so you can't see anything.
I want this to be
It's
real.
an
so
entry
I'm gonna say
requirement.
real.
You
Like
could start every conversation at that expo with, dude, no, I saw it.
Did you see it?
Easiest con to make friends at ever.
Guys, I swear, he was this tall, and then there's another one that walks past short.
No,
No,
it's
he
real
was short. He was short.
Audience, do we think LockCon is a con or a con?
Please let it be
That's a
real.
good mixture,
Mostly
though.
real,
It's a
couple
good
fakes.
mixture.
Okay. What do we
I wanna
think
say
contestants?
real. I want to say real. Like,
Both
let's
think
lock
it's
in real just
real.
because
I
it's
think
funny.
that was legit.
Like, that seems legit. I want it
If
to be
it's
legit.
not, we have a business idea.
Yeah.
Thanks.
If it's
Artist
not, we're
Alley would
trademarking
pop
it.
up.
All right, it is a fake convention, but
It's just like the Loch Ness
but in a
Monster.
way it's
Rest
real
assured,
because
we
there
will make
is
that
a loch
happen.
in Scotland called LockCon. It's just that it's a body of water, not a convention.
I feel like we should make that now because I think that would pop off.
I think it would be
Pop
great.
up.
We could make it, and the
Have you
tagline
seen-
for that event is, it's gonna get wet.
Have you seen the Black Panther of Australia?
What?
That is my hometown. Like that's the story from my
See,
hometown. The
conspiracies.
Panther.
We're here.
The Lithgow Panther.
All right, our last con or con is arguably my favorite.
Oh, because it's a truth or a fake?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So you can't say
I
it's your
just
favorite.
like it.
If it's fake, you can't like it.
All right, our last
here. Come
con
down here.
is called ClippyCon. It is a nostalgic gathering for fans of Microsoft's infamous paperclip assistant, complete with dramatic readings of auto-suggested sentences and a cosplay contest.
I've seen some things about Clippy. And those things indicate that this could actually exist. Y'all, they did some things to Clippy.
Our Lord and Savior Clippy. I think it's
Do
true.
people just cosplay the Microsoft like Office logo? Like that's what I need in my life. Like,
I
they
would
just-
love to cosplay the blue screen of death. Like, just put me on. I like get my doll at my like.
I'm just thinking the loading screen, like the little like screensaver, but it says a Teletubby. It's all
No, I
just,
think
like-
that's got to be fake, right? Because
Surely.
how do you coordinate like text to speech? Like, I think part of me wants to believe it's fake.
But I feel like it's so fictional that it would have to be real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like the Loch Ness
What do you
Monster.
cosplay
We
to
haven't
Clippy
seen it, so
Con?
it has to be real.
It's Schrodinger's ClippyCon.
Clippy, justice for Clippy.
All right, audience, do we think ClippyCon is a con or a con? What do you guys think? That's like a
That's a
50-50.
pretty good yes.
Maybe a 60-40, okay. What do we think contestants,
heart.
real or fake?
Let's say real just because
Both
it's fucking
saying
ridiculous.
real.
Yeah.
I wish that it's
Okay.
a fake con.
I knew it.
I
Heather's
Way to
really
break
good
my
at
heart,
conning us. You
Heather.
heard it here first.
All right.
If we
And
make
let's
the
keep
con
it that way, too.
retrospectively,
We don't
can
need
we
to-
get
It's
the
a fake
points?
one that you like, Heather. It's a fake. I knew. I
would
should have
accept
just said my
Clippy
gut.
Fest.
Well,
I think a
I just
festival.
want ClippyCon to be real because I want to see the cosplays. I
Business
imagine, like,
ideas.
paperclip-
Clippy. Wait, is it Clippy or Clippy? Clippy Loch Ness Con, guys. We will merge both together. That's what we'll do.
The fans have so much crossover. All right, now we're back to round one, but it's round two. And what we'll be doing is going to the other three contestants who have not yet shared a story. Our next contestant is going to be Erin.
Erin. Snaps for Erin.
I once reached a deal with an exhibitor to do a dance in exchange for a dragon statue.
I wholeheartedly believe this because it is absolutely something that you would do.
I'm trying to find reasons why that would not be a thing, and I'm coming up short.
What sort of dragon statue we were talking? Was it like a mini? Was it like a big one?
No, it was like, it was a big one of those kind of like gothic, quite like black ones that like are wrapped around a castle sort of thing. Yeah, it was really cool.
Could you-
That's a high-profile
Could
statue.
you please give us a demonstration of the dance that was provided to
Yeah,
you?
we created.
Dance, 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 dance.
I think,
Provide the BPM,
I
please.
think I just kind of went for like an interpretive dance. I'm a dragon. Let me have
That's
it,
what the-
please.
So
I would give you a dragon statue for that.
I know in
I want to get a
D&D
dragon
everyone...
statue for that.
Yeah.
I would do that for a dragon statue.
I'm not saying it works.
I know in D&D we seduce dragons, but damn, God, I'd like to seduce your dragon any day. Like, oh my God, that was hot.
Harold high on performance.
I'm sat.
Honestly, the recreation kind of sold me on that. It would work on me.
You saying it's a truth or a lie?
I think that's for
Audience,
realsies.
do we think it's true or a lie? True.
Y'all think
One
that's
lie, two
real?
lies. Okay, mostly true. What do we think?
I don't know. Do we need another replication of the dance? Just
Unless you give me statue, no.
We don't dance for free here.
You know your worth.
I have one more question. Was it Pluto Minis?
It was.
Okay, I think we have a solid case for this being legit.
Yeah, you think it's true?
I think.
True.
For sure.
Aaron, was it true or a lie?
Please let this be true.
Oh! You've been bamboozled!
Mike.
Wish.
we got a dance, so we're still winning.
Yeah, that is so fair.
That's
I
worth
mean,
more
I
than
guess- I
points.
feel like
that we're lying
This
to
is
each
another
other.
thing we probably can't write off for the future. Like, it might happen. Who knows?
Pluto Minis, make Aaron dance for a dragon.
If anyone
Yeah.
here has dragon stuff, I will
As
dance
punishment
for
for
it.
lying to us.
Not $50, but a dance.
Yeah, we've really
Send
gone
in your
down.
suggestions. I'm booking for it.
All right, our next contestant, we have Captain Patchett.
I gotta stop doing that, man. Oh.
Once, while assisting a Homestuck cosplayer, they told me that they had chosen to cosplay the infamous Sharpie Bath Homestuck cosplayer. This cosplayer had also taken a bath in Sharpies.
Now, for anyone that is not
That sounds
familiar
weird.
with the Homestuck Sharpie Bath incident, could you give us a bit of a
Sorry,
rundown?
can I get a reread? Can I get a reread?
Sorry, okay.
There's a lot of words in that one.
Once, while assisting a Homestuck cosplayer, they told me that they had chosen to cosplay the infamous Sharpie Bath Homestuck cosplayer. This cosplayer had also taken a bath in Sharpies.
Do not take a bath in Sharpies, people,
Don't do
please.
this,
Do not do
yeah.
It's not
that.
advised. Do not try this at home.
When will you learn?
Or do.
Consequences.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, damn.
What
Okay,
follow-up
give us a
question?
quick
Paying for
rundown,
that
just in case
now.
there's anyone in the audience who isn't aware.
So they basically approached CosRep, although their main concern was not so much getting the Sharpie off them, it was kind of getting the Sharpie out of home and their bathroom, because they had done the Sharpie bath thing, and like they don't care about themselves, which is kind of what cosplayers do a little bit. They sort of realized that they sort of realized that they could not actually scrub the bath, and so they kind of wanted advice on how am I meant to clean this before my parents kill me. And that's probably, if anyone was kicking around that sort of era of Homestuck cosplayers and their sometimes lack of care about other people around them, you know, in terms of body paint, all that business.
Homestuck cosplayers
They
were
don't-
unhinged.
That was an era. That was an absolute era, and it was a very much you had to be there kind of thing. They still
Well,
are.
I
There's
don't
just not many of
see-
them around.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's less prevalent,
Yeah.
so you don't see that specific branch of unhingedry.
What advice did you give them?
So pretty much my go-to was acetone, assuming it was like just normal Sharpies and they weren't kind of exaggerating what they'd done. Like acetone, a lot of nail polish remover, and basically just elbow grease and
Yeah.
try and do it quickly before the parents sort of start asking too many questions. I did tell them also maybe a bit of nail polish remover to get it off their skin, but they weren't as concerned. It was a little bit, once again, I've dealt with similar, like not like similar ones with like oil-based paint on the face, that kind of thing. You're like, what are you doing? Yeah, people have zero self-preservation.
Commitment to the bit.
That's
Today we
pretty much
learned that Patchett provides lifestyle advice as well as cosplay repair.
life advice. Just don't do this, please. Don't cosplay. Just do not try it at home.
Well, shit, I better go home.
What do we think?
What are we
wanna
thinking,
say
audience?
true.
Do we think this is a
I'm
real
feeling
story or a fake
Just
story?
because it was a lot of words.
Real, fake.
You
Oh,
guys know
another
what the deal with
50-50, bit of a
Con-spiracy
split
is.
there.
Caption was a lot of words, therefore has to be based in fact. Me analysing like, who wrote this question because it is too long and a lot of words.
Are you feeling true?
I don't know, it could go either way.
Do you swing both ways?
You need no more microphone for you.
Stop headbutting me.
What do we think? We'll just say true.
True.
The audience say. Did they
Depends.
say true?
Wait, we'll have cut.
You think it's true?
We're gonna go true.
Hatchet, was it true or was... Oh, sorry. Was it true or was it a lie?
Why are you going under the table, my guy?
To sleep.
Oh.
Oh.
Thank
You
God.
have been played.
The oil-based paint on the face was real though. The other reference.
I did recognize
Not
the
okay.
A disclaimer that if you do want to paint your body for cosplay, please only use body or face paint. Thank you, please. Now, our very last contestant story for today will be from Andy.
Slay's cosplay.
Tries cosplay. Tries. I'm trying to get this card. I'm trying to pick it up. Oh, fuck, it's stuck.
Velvet gloves. Oop.
A reporter once asked me to describe the scent of my prop after wearing it for a day.
Hey, yo. What?
Was it a
Surely not.
man?
I really. Oh my God.
Was it a man?
Who else?
Pardon?
Was it a man?
Yes. And he had like a little assistant that was a woman.
How?
And she asked to sniff the inside of my prop.
What was the prop? Was it something like heavy and sweaty looking, or was it just a weirdo? Actually, were they a reporter, or was it just a weirdo?
Where? What?
It
Are
was.
they cosplaying a reporter?
I am flabbergasted.
I would be. It was my sorry, my hand of doom from You're Scaring Me, my
Sorry. No. I.
She's just asleep. Leave her
For
alone.
reference, I've been making eye contact with Andy the whole time, just kind of like without blinking.
It was the hand of doom from Hellboy.
Oh.
So yes, sweaty.
Was it a reporter of like a news outlet? Was it for screen or writing?
They said they were from the Herald Sun.
He said, but we'll never know.
Did they have credentials, or did they just say they were from the Herald Sun?
I just trust. I'm so kind, and I'm just like, would you like to sniff? Like,
Did she recoil or?
no, it was more that I had to describe it, and then when I offered a whiff of anti-scented candles, it was they were like, no, thank you.
Nah, because here's the thing. Best case scenario, if this is legit, and someone who is supposedly with the Herald Sun approached you to ask that level of freak question, that is all sorts of journalistic malpractice right there. That's like someone's getting fired.
It's also the Herald Sun, though.
This is true.
So did sniffing actually happen in the end, or was it just the description of the sniffing?
I smelt it, and it smelled like me.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. I mean, when I had to describe it, I just said it smelled like me, and then they were like, "Oh, what do you smell like?"
Damn. Okay, well, if any of you out there today are thinking of interviewing people, please don't ask those questions. Oh my God.
Except
Just
to
ask them to
Andy.
Andy.
Just
Yeah,
just
Yeah,
so you
just
see Andy, can I sniff your
Exclusively
costume?
Andy.
Who
And
wants
then-
to sniff the inside of my glove? Like,
You're gonna take it. Okay, we're starting at $5. $5 for a sniff.
No,
$5. We got
Danny,
10, 15 for a
$10.
sniff.
No,
15
wait,
for a sniff.
Danny,
Anyone else?
Danny,
Anyone else?
Danny,
You got your
Danny,
paddles, hold it
That
up.
is
Hold
not
it up.
happening. Put
Got
your hands.
20. Anyone for 20? 25.
This was the real reason we had paddles.
20, 30. We got 30. Anyone for 30? Okay.
to boost the
We'll-
incentive,
we'll,
whoever
we'll
gets
take
the
payment
highest bid
afterwards.
will
We'll
also
take
get a
payment
kiss on the
afterwards.
mouth from me.
We got 35. We got 35.
Hey, it's
All
not
right, now we're
50.
just stalling. Audience, do we think that was a real story or a fake story?
Oh my god, all the bids. Okay, 40,
Real,
40,
real,
45,
real. Couple
45,
fakes.
50.
Okay. BPM.
What do we
we
think?
think it's real or fake?
I reckon they didn't sniff it themselves.
So we think it's fake?
More plausible. I reckon. I think the question
Benny, talk
is,
to me.
I think.
Don't just
I
stare
think
at
the
me with
question
your
is-
boldness.
I reckon, I reckon the real question is, did Andy sniff the glove and be a weirdo? And I'm gonna go yes.
Oh, you think she followed through? Right. Okay. No. In that case.
Andy Sniff's
In that
cosplay.
case.
Sniffed her own thing.
It's Andy Sniff's cosplay.
And even if it's not real, can you just do it anyway?
That is right. I genuinely couldn't believe that when Angie sent it through to me.
It speaks volumes about the Herald Sun.
It was such a fun. They were like, we love the cosplay. Took a photo of it, and they were like, can you describe us the scent of what it smells like? And I was like, I beg your pardon. And they were like, tell us, really give us feeling. I'm like, it smells of sweat, my guy. Like, come on, it's stanky. It's
What did you
stanky.
think she was doing in there, bro? Oh no.
I was sweating.
You got that right.
Andy scented candles when though?
I mean, you might get Andy themed merch soon. So,
And will there be candles
Andy said,
for Maya?
who wants Andy bathwater? We'll start that trend up again.
That'll be for me, thank you.
That's going in my stash.
All right, we have one more round, which was a bit of a speed round, where we see if I've been lying this whole time. Well, not the whole time, but I'm going to say a lie or a truth, and you can have to figure it out. Oh my god!
It's not Teatherxrie. It's
And I would have got away with it.
We've
you
all
meddling
swapped
kids.
places.
It's secretly Aldemone.
I was gonna say at this point, Heather will reveal that she's actually been Al this entire time.
I'm just really tall shoes.
We've also been bamboozled as well. Captain Patch is actually Shada and Shadinky cosplaying and
All the contestants
Aaron
are fake.
is-
The tables is fake. Everything. It's all
Aaron is
fake.
Grizzly Ghoul.
This is actually all.
We're actually currently at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
This is not TGX.
Because I actually started the ASMR con.
And I am Nellio does D&D, guys.
Alright, so my statement,
Oh,
which I'm pretending is on the card, but it isn't because I actually forgot to write it down.
And the line goes further.
Once at a convention, this feels convincing. Once at a convention, a child broke my ear.
Like your actual ear attached to your body that you have.
No, so it was an ear as part of my costume.
Okay, okay, cool.
Yes,
cartilage.
facts.
But it sounds more dramatic when you just say your ear. I don't know if you can break ears though.
I mean, they come off.
I don't have a microphone. I'm like, why are you leaning over? True.
That's a very child-coded
Was
thing
it
to
like
do,
an elf
though.
ear or part of like a bigger costume where it, like the magic cup kind of thing where it's like snap to fin sort of thing?
Yeah, it was big. They were my baby Yoda ears, so they're attached with like a headband, and then they're like stitched and glued to the headband.
Did Andy come in and sniff them afterwards?
I
Yeah.
do not believe Andy has sniffed my ears unless they have broken into my house.
How old was this kid?
Look, I'm really bad with child ages, but I'd say probably about 10.
Nah, girl, you're tall. What 10-year-old is getting up there? That ain't
I
happening.
agree with
Well,
Maya.
that's kind of what happened, is that he was like he said something about my ears, and then I bent down so he could have a closer look, and then he just went,
Oi,
was
babe.
like,
Control
and it
your
just-
kids, for goodness sakes. My goodness, put them on a leash. Like, goodness Christ. Those backpack leashes.
You
Those
know
really
what?
cute ones.
A 10-year-old on a backpack
As
leash?
someone that works with kids, I want to say that's legit.
Seconded.
yeah.
That's, yeah.
Everyone's saying true, no back and forth, no going different,
True.
no. Audience, what do we think? Fake, lots of truths,
All right,
couple
50
fakes. A few people have acquired multiple paddles, okay? It was in fact true. Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry
And
for
I
your
was
loss
so
of ear.
offended. I was like, I'm trying to do a nice thing and you just... okay,
Come in and
fine.
bust your everything. Damn.
That's when you flick his ear back.
All right, what else have you been lying to us about?
I mean, nothing unless I lie about the upcoming scores. Oh, I don't think I have a slide for this. No, that's okay. So, our final scores assuming that I have not forgotten to count any points, we have Bellarmy slays dragons on 6 points.
Woo!
Woo! And we have BPM on 7 points. Watch out. They're liars. Now,
really thought we'd
all
win.
of these amazing people do awesome stuff on social media, so please go follow them. Their tags for Instagram are all up on the screen, and if you want to go around and shout out what you want to shout out.
You go first.
What? Oh, okay, cool. You want to see me make a tablecloth into like anything? Most of the time it's a tablecloth. This one, like 90% of this was tablecloths and blankets. I do that frequently.
What's that do?
You normally find me at Cosplay Repair, just over there, when I'm not paneling. But you'll find me on this stage in, like, soon. To torture some cosplay photographers. And also, I'll be taking payment for the sniffing thing afterwards. Just come up here.
Do I get a cut?
We'll get his pay ID.
Respectfully, though.
You're just an employee. You're just like, yeah. You're getting underpaid.
I'm Bennie. I don't post as much as I should, but obviously cosplay stuff. But I also work at the zoo, so if you want to see me post about animals,
Real lizard posting hours, yes, please.
I work with lemurs. So if you like King Julian,
King Julian.
there you go.
Hi, I'm Tiny Tiamat. I am a TPK Dragon Master over at Let's Roll for Dragons. I will dance in exchange for dragons. That is not a lie. Yes.
We'll dance for dragons.
Hello. I'm Andi Tries Cosplay.
Slaves.
Andi
Soon to be Andy Sniffs.
That's the OnlyFans content, okay?
That was how it started.
I will start again because you wait. I'm Andi Tries Cosplay because I'm trying and succeeding. You can follow me at Andi Tries Cosplay on Instagram. Follow my cosplay journey. If I can do it, so can you. I'm going to be releasing some Andi themed merch soon. So look out for some t-shirts that say either trying and succeeding or trying and slaying. Big thank you to Heather for having me on the panel. I hope everyone has a great rest of TGX. Stay back for the next panel that is on as well. Eat something, hydrate, and yeah, I'm going to pass it over to my Pookie band over here.
Hi, I'm Pookie. So I'm Bellarmy Cosplay. Pretty much you can just follow me on Instagram. All I do is cosplay, and at the moment exclusively Formula 1, but don't ask me why. I also host photo walks and organize photo shoots as well under Cogs Network. So if you are looking for cosplay exclusive photo shoots and exclusive like free to attend events, definitely follow that as well. There is one every couple months. So we're really trying to be there for the cosplay community.
Thank you so much, Heather, for having us.
Thank you, Heather.
So where can we find you, Heather?
Yeah, Heather.
You go onto the internet. I am.
That's a con. That's a con.
You can find me at Teatherxrie. It's like, I don't know, you'll figure it out. I just want to say thank you all so much for being here, and thank you, audience, for participating as well. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, you guys.
I would also say definitely come back here. I mean, just afterwards, we have an awesome Patch It panel. And then we also have the cosplay comp later in the day with a bunch of awesome cosplayers. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
At least it's not an ear, and at least you're not 10 years old.
That's a con. That constantly happens at con.
So come back, watch that. And thank you all for being here.
Thanks, you guys. Stay safe out there. Bye.